Alright, so I'm going to be showing how to open up and disassemble this Lenovo Yoga 720-15IKB. So the keyboard on this one is having some issues. Two of the keys aren't working. So we're basically going to try and replace the keyboard. Alright, keyboard replacement looks like this. I want to make sure all the keys match. Looks good. This keyboard is very difficult to replace. So keep that in mind. If you're planning to do it, probably watch through the whole video first or fast forward around to see how difficult it is. Anyways, we're going to use a T5 or Torx 5 screwdriver to remove all the screws from the bottom. Right, you want to keep them in order because they can be different size, shape, and lengths. The way I do that, I put them flat side down like that on my desk in the pattern I remove them. So we got like 3 here, and then 4 at the bottom. Okay. So let's go ahead and remove all the screws. Alright, again, this is going to be a very difficult repair. I'm going to need a drill, and then I'm going to need a 3D printing pen. So hopefully I can find where I put my 3D printing pen. I haven't used it in a very long time. And I went on a long trip, so I don't know. We'll see if I can find it, because I'm definitely going to need it. You could also kind of use glue, but it'll take a lot longer because glue doesn't dry instantly, and a glue that's strong enough is, yeah, going to be difficult to hold down. Alright, so anyways, if this video helps you out, make sure to like, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can learn how to upgrade and repair their devices as well. And if it helps you save a bunch of money, please consider contributing a little to the channel. Every little bit helps and allows me to continue making these videos for a living. This laptop, for the keyboard, it has, if I didn't already mention, has little plastic mounts that they melt into place, which is why we're going to need the drill. And then we're going to have to melt some new plastic into there. Okay, so we got all these screws out. Next, we're going to go ahead and pop the bottom cover off. So I'm going to try from the back here first, get my fingernails in there and push with my thumb, and actually it's popping out really easily. I don't know if it's supposed to pop out that easily or if they broke something, but a lot of it already popped out, so we're just going to keep working our way over the sides. Usually I go from the front first, but I don't know, that seemed to work well. Alright, and there you go. The bottom cover is out. That's what it looks like. It's a little bit dusty there. I'll see if I can clean that off later, but right now it's raining and it's like 3 a.m., past 3 a.m. right now, so I kind of don't want to go outside. And then we gotta clean up all of that as well. Okay, anyways, we're going to go ahead and remove the battery. So we're going to switch over to a JIS1 screwdriver. Okay, and let's go ahead and remove these screws. Battery model number, there's one here, L16L6PC1. So if you want that, then there's that. Alright, again, you want to keep all the screws in order because they are different size, shape, and lengths, and if you mix them up, you can damage your computer. Okay, very important not to mix them up. Okay. Alright. So now that we got those 4 screws out, we should be able to lift this up. Actually, let me get a thumbnail real quick if I didn't already. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and lift this up now. Alright, you can see we can lift the battery up. To remove the battery, let me zoom in here. And hopefully you can see the battery model number a little bit clearer there. Again, L16L6PC1. Alright, we're going to lift this up. I'm going to get underneath. Use one finger under the cables there and another finger on top, and then we're going to kind of wiggle and pull. Okay, wiggling kind of helps remove it, but this one actually is pretty stubborn, so let me actually, now I can grab in here with one hand and kind of just wiggle it. Okay, and there we go. Okay, we got the battery out, so we're going to set the battery aside here. Okay, again, this is going to be a pain. You can see all the melted plastic there holding the thing in place. Maybe instead of a drill, I might have to use a Dremel. That might be easier. But let's go ahead and see. We're going to have a lot of cables to disconnect. Keyboard connector, keyboard backlight connector. Well, one thing we're going to do first, because after disconnecting the battery, we're going to open up the laptop, and then we're going to press and hold the power button for at least 15 seconds. This drains any residual power, since we're very likely going to have to disconnect the LCD LVDS cable. Then holding this button down makes it a lot safer to do. Sometimes if you don't do that, you can burn out the backlight circuit or the screen or other things. So very important to do that. Okay, let's go ahead and start removing cables. So keyboard cable, flip this latch up. Right, once you do that, you can go ahead and pull this thing out. You might have to pull the back up slightly, so you might have to lift it at an angle first and then pull it, because the wings of the connector there can get caught by those raised parts. And there we go. Okay, then we got the keyboard backlight connector. We're going to flip that latch up, and same thing, lift it up slightly and pull it out. Alright, there's the SSD here, which looks like we might not have to remove because it's attached separately, so I'm not going to remove that. It's a M.2 PCIe NVMe SSD. Got the speaker connector here. I'm going to grab the wings and kind of just wiggle it with my fingernails as I pull. And there you go. It comes out very easily. I'm going to actually tuck it underneath the motherboard for now so it's not in the way. Okay, we're going to disconnect the trackpad cable here. So peel up the yellow Kapton tape. Flip that latch up, and then you can go ahead and pull this out. Alright, I don't know why they have this yellow tape here. It's not necessary, but since it's there, we're just going to leave it there. Okay, you got this other little connector here, which is for the fingerprint reader. I'm going to flip that latch up, and then go ahead and pull that out. Okay, there's a stick of RAM underneath this. Usually what I do is I get my fingernail underneath an edge here. Okay, and then I pop it up just like that. Okay, and there we go. And here you can see the stick of RAM. You can pull the tabs away from the stick of RAM, and then you can pull this out. Alright, and here we have, it's an 8 gig PC4 2400T stick of RAM. I'm actually curious if something is going on with the keyboard connector, so maybe I should test that before I completely remove everything. So let's go ahead and actually put this all back. I'm going to actually reconnect everything and power it up off camera so you don't have to watch through that. And then I'll be back. Alright, see you guys in a bit. Alright, I'm back. So I confirmed that the keyboard is bad. I plugged in the replacement keyboard and it worked fine. So let's go ahead and continue removing stuff. We're probably going to leave the fans attached to the heatsink. And yeah. Oh, let me zoom in again because we need to disconnect the wireless antennas from here. So we're going to peel this foam thing away. Okay. White antennas to the white arrow, black antennas to the black arrow. We're going to go ahead and pop it up. Just go from the tail and pop it up. Don't try and pop it up from here or you can damage it. All right. And just like that. Okay. Alright, so next thing we're going to do, we're going to disconnect the LCD LVDS connector. Again, it's very important that you disconnected the battery, opened up the laptop, and pressed and held the power button for 15 seconds or longer. Otherwise, you can damage your computer taking this out. Alright, so we're going to pop this out. Usually, pulling this thing isn't good enough. So what I have to do is I get my fingernail in there, or you can use a plastic pry tool, and then pop up one of the edges just like that. Okay, and we're going to set that aside here. Okay, I'm going to unroute it because it's kind of keeps going back in the way. Alright, then we're going to go ahead and disconnect the DC jack charge port connector. So the charge port is replaceable. But it is underneath the hinge here, and you'd have to remove the motherboard to get to it, so it's a very stupid design. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and grab the cable here for it, and you kind of just wiggle it as you pull. Okay, keep wiggling and pulling. This one's actually very difficult to remove. It might not come out. I might have to use another way, but let's see. Looks like it's getting a little bit further and further out, but very slowly. Ouch. And I'm actually pulling with quite a bit of force, so this one is stuck in there real good. All right, but we're gonna keep pulling and wiggling, and it should, there you go, eventually come out. Okay, next thing, let's zoom out again. Okay, we're gonna now start to remove all the screws holding the motherboard in place. Again, there's a lot of screws. You do want to keep them in order. You don't want to get them mixed up. So make sure you keep them in a good pattern that you can keep track of. All right, so we got this one, this one. I'm not going to take out any of the heatsink screws, okay? All right, we're going to remove the fan screw over here. All right, got another fan screw over here. Okay, we don't need to remove those. We can go ahead and remove this screw down here above the USB port. Okay, what else do we need? We're going to go down here now and remove this. Sorry, I know my head's going to be getting in the way. Okay, there we go. Then what else? We're already moving down over here. There's no screws hidden under here, right? I don't think so. Nope. Okay, so we'll leave that there. Okay, next thing we're going to do, we're going to remove the fan screw down here. And the other fan screw here. Okay. And then got this one down here. Okay. I don't think I need to remove those other pieces. So let's see, can we lift this? It's kind of wiggling. Okay, we got one more screw down in this corner here. And I think that might be it. We'll see. Okay, can we lift this at all? Okay, raise this part. Are there any pieces that are getting caught somewhere? The headphone jack seems to stick out here, so we are going to have to lift from the left side first, this side over here. Okay, wiggle it, lift it. Be very careful because there might still be cables connected. All right, and we're gonna work our way sliding it over this way because the headphone jack is protruding out into the shell. Make sure to be careful, the wireless antennas are still here. Okay, so get those out of the way. Continue lifting it up and pulling to the left slightly. There we go. And here we have the motherboard or logic board, whatever you want to call it. They're actually called logic boards now because everything is soldered onto the board. All right, and we're going to clean all the dust off here, and I'll be back. All right, I'll clean that dust out as well. All right, see you guys in a bit. All right, so I cleaned it up. You can see a lot less dust on it. Okay, cleaned up on both sides. All right, so I'm going to set this aside now because we don't need to do anything with the motherboard. Okay, and this dust kind of won't come off, but let's see, how are we going to replace the keyboard? So, looks like they're hiding some of the melted plastic mounts underneath this adhesive thing. So let's see, we're probably gonna have to peel this up. All right, let's check. Pretty sure we're gonna have to peel this up. Yep. Okay, so we're gonna have to peel this one out. I guess technically, yeah, we're gonna have to peel that out. So let's go ahead and peel this up. I'm gonna set this aside. Hopefully we'll be able to put it back on without any issues. Okay. Okay, so this design requires the hinges to be removed as well. Well, at least not completely removed, but lifted out of the way. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna open up the laptop, okay, at least partially, like that much, and then we're gonna take out the hinge screws. So this is kind of difficult to show on camera, but you get the idea. We're going to take the screws out of the hinges while the laptop is open. Okay, so we got that screw and this screw. Okay. Alright, so we got those two out. They actually have little arrows labeled for where the screws were. Okay, we're going to do the same thing with this side. We're going to remove these two screws here. Okay. That one and this one. And hopefully I can lower down the thing without having to take the whole screen out, because otherwise we're gonna have a lot more work to do. Okay, so we can't completely lower this down, which sucks, because that means we're gonna have to take this all out. So I'm gonna unroute the wireless antennas here. So where does this go? To the right. Okay, so we need to go to the right to unhook it. That, and there's some adhesive holding it, but anyways, we're gonna have to unroute it from this and peel this adhesive off. Okay, and unroute it from there. Okay, and then we gotta peel this adhesive up and do that. Alright, then we're gonna go ahead, I guess, and remove the entire screen assembly. If you want to do that, you actually have to open this, I think, to 90 degrees, and then you can go ahead and pull that out. Yep, there we go. So here's the screen assembly. We're gonna set that aside. Okay. Set that aside. Alright, so obviously the easy way to do this is if you bought the entire keyboard assembly with the whole palm rest and everything, then you can just put the motherboard into the new one, swap it out, and you're done. But we didn't go that route, so we're actually going to end up doing this the difficult way, where we kind of have to drill the melted plastic out of here, and it looks like they even melted plastic up through here. So, let's see. I think to be safe, we're gonna have to peel this cable out as well. The trackpad cable is kind of, well, at least move it out of the way, and that's probably good enough. Maybe, I don't know. Let's see what else. Yeah, this is more complex than I was hoping for. So, yeah, there's also melted down through here, and then you got this going up through this. So, we're gonna have to, I guess let's take out the charge port if we can. Is it held in with some glue or something? Let's try with the pliers if it reaches wide enough. No. Okay. This is gonna be a pain. How are we gonna get this thingy out? Okay, let's try with this flat tool. I'm gonna just try and pry it up. Maybe? No? It's holding it. I don't know what's holding it. I'm flexing the case. I think it's actually held in with some adhesive. Can we go from this side? Wow, that thing's holding on tight. Okay, we can maybe do it with the charger. Okay, let me try that real quick. I'm gonna get the charger. Okay, so we got the charger here, and I'm gonna see if I plug the charger in, if I can use that to leverage it out. Twist it a little bit, leverage it a little bit. Really? Wow, the charge port, the charger's like stuck in there real good. Yeah, I don't want to pull too hard on it and then break the charge port. So we're going to set this aside. How am I going to get this out? Because it's in the way. Oh, I also noticed the fan grate thing here is like wobbly. You can probably pull it out if you try hard enough, but I don't know. We'll leave that there for now. What is this? Is it just a strong adhesive? I can put a little rubbing alcohol in there. I'm going to use this little dripper and see if I put a little rubbing alcohol in the gaps. Let's see if the adhesive will release. And try and get some underneath this way. Okay, so if it is adhesive, then this should help. Wow, that thing's like stuck in there. I don't know how I'm going to get the charge port out. I don't want to pry it too hard and damage it because I don't have a replacement one on hand. So I'm not sure what else to try. Doesn't want to come out. I'm not sure how to get this thing out. Let's try with this plastic tool. I can't get under enough. Yeah, I'm not sure how to get this thing out. It's stuck in there. Let's see. Can I push it on the top of it? It doesn't want to come out. Yeah, I'm not sure how to get this one out. Let's see, do I have bigger pliers? I don't have. Let's try this one. This one doesn't, ow, this one doesn't grip well enough. Okay, I'm not sure how to get that thing out. I just pinched my hand. Problem is, it's kind of in the way. I'm gonna have to remove it to get this thing out. So I'm not sure what to do here. Okay. I guess we're gonna just go ahead and Dremel this plastic out, and hopefully that'll be good enough. I can also try with a razor blade. So sometimes I can like cut the plastic here out, but this might actually be more difficult. So we'll try the drill first, because the drill is the easiest method. Alright, so let me go get a drill and I'll be back. See you guys in a bit. Alright, let's give this a try. So we're going to try and drill out these thingies. Yeah, that's tough. I don't think that's going to work. I need like a little thing that can guide it. So, there's two ways I can do that. I can find a little circle ring that is perfect size to fit. So let me find some stuff and then I'll be back. Alright, let's see if using a Dremel bit in a drill works, because I don't want to use the Dremel because then it's not cordless. So let's see. Probably need a different bit. Kind of works. Kinda, but not really. Okay, I feel the drill would work better, but I need a thing just to guide it. Alright, so we'll go that route. Alright, let's see if this works. I just taped 3 popsicle sticks together, and we're going to use that to kind of guide, I guess. kinda, not really. Okay, I don't know. I'm just gonna have to freehand it because it's hard to see what I'm drilling when I do that. So I just gotta be careful. Maybe go slow. Maybe use a bigger drill bit. Is that working? Kind of. Okay, that works. A bigger drill bit might be better, but this is working. I just have to make sure it stays centered. Oh. Okay, never mind. Nope, it travels around a little bit. Okay, this is the part that's going to take forever. So, strap in for a wild ride. This is gonna, you can fast forward through if you want, but I want to keep the entire thing so people can see how long it actually takes to do this kind of thing. If you know a faster way to do this, let me know. There has to be a easier way to do this. But I don't know. For now, this is what I'm doing. Okay, so you get it in there, push it in, and drill. And seems to work. Alright. Yeah, this is going to be a very long process. Let's see. Okay, so that's working. I wasn't looking forward to this repair. Okay. There has to be an easier way to do this. But this seems to be working. I've done a few, and this is always what I end up doing, is using the drill on different models that are kind of built like this. So yeah, but if you guys find an easier way, let me know. Probably need to use a bigger drill bit for this. Let me try a bigger one and see if it helps at all. The tough part is getting it in the center because it wanders around. Yeah, I don't think that's any easier. It's about the same. Okay. Actually, okay, it is easier. If I can get it to stay centered. I don't know. Sometimes it ends up going into the side and then it doesn't go right. So let's see if using a flathead screwdriver will let me pop these out. Yeah. I think all these ways, none of them works really well. The drill's probably the easiest one. Okay. the center. Give me a second, I need to check on another repair. Okay, let's go ahead and continue. Alright. It's going to be a lot of trouble to clean up as well. I know this is a boring thing to watch, but again, if you want, you can fast forward over. Okay. I might have to take this speaker out as well. So this one, you can just lift it up. Lift that up, and oh, it's tight there. Okay, we can move that out of the way. But yeah, it's gonna take a lot of time. Getting there. Some of these are being difficult. I scraped my finger on the drill bit. Let's see, can we lift this out at all? Okay, we're gonna have to, of course, do all the other ones, but we got the whole frame out now, right? Did they really put the... Okay, that's not nice. They put the trackpad on top of it, so I'm gonna have to, let me get this dust stuff off real quick. Okay, so I think they put the trackpad, this part on top, so we're gonna have to switch over to a JIS 0 and remove the trackpad or touchpad. I'm gonna have to take out all 4 of these, and then we'll take out the whole trackpad. Of course, they want to make it easy. Okay, got those 4 out. Let's see if we can get the trackpad out now. Push from the bottom. Oh, and of course they put some adhesive here. Peel that up. And they hid 2 screws down here. Don't forget those. Okay, so 6 screws holding down the touchpad. Can we take it out? Okay, so it tilts forward and then it slides out this way. So there's the touchpad. We'll set that aside as well. How about now? Okay, so we can lift that much up, that much up. Excess. Okay. And of course, we still have to get all the ones here out. I hope they didn't cover some of them with this black plastic. But we definitely have to get these little ones out. Those ones... Let's see if I can do it with the flathead screwdriver. Oh, sorry, my head's gonna be in the way. Oh no. Okay, that's too hard. I scraped up this thing instead. How am I gonna do that? This thing's in the way. I want to get it out. Can I get it out? I feel like I'll break it if I try. Okay, let's try a little bit more here. Am I really gonna have to drill all those out too? Okay, I guess so. Let's see. These ones are much smaller. Maybe I need a smaller drill bit, but let's try. That worked. Okay, I guess that's working. I don't know how I'm going to put back all these melted plastics, but I guess we'll find out. Okay, is that working? Yeah, it's working. coming out right. Oh my god. I should have just looked for an entire palm rest keyboard assembly thing. Let me put this back in before I accidentally break it. Speakers, okay. All right. Okay. It's working. Almost there. Okay. Can we pop this out now? Let's see. There we go. All right. I'm gonna have to move this again. There's some tape here. Let's peel that off. Come on. There we go. All right. Get that out. And it's trapped by this. Come on, get out of here. There we go. Hopefully the charge port's still okay. And we got this, so we gotta peel that, get that out. Alright, so we got this plate out. So we're gonna have to find a way to melt all the plastic back into place there. Okay. And there's still some holding down here, I'm sure. Okay, all around the frame. If I push it hard enough, it might just pop out without having to do the other stuff. Let's see. Will it? Kind of. I'm just messing up this other keyboard though. Okay. It's somewhat. Okay, it's kind of working, so maybe once I get under, I can pop it up with something else like this. Kind of. Oh, that's breaking the metal. So if I do that, I'm probably not going to be able to put the new one on. see. It's working, kind of. Okay, so I can kind of push it through. The other way would be just to like tear the whole keyboard through. But let's see if we can do it this way. Okay. It's working. Hopefully the replacement keyboard will go in. Okay. Ouch. Okay, what else I got? Oops, I missed one in the middle here. Let's see, can I just pull it through? Oh, there we go. It's working. Okay. It's working. Few or a couple. There we go. Okay, so here we go. We got the old keyboard out. That's a bad one. Now, make sure we get any debris out. Okay. Gather all of this together so we can toss it. And then we gotta somehow melt the new plastics on there. Okay. All right, so here's the stuff. I think some of these we probably need to break out the excess. There's still stuff on it. If we leave it, we probably won't be able to put the new keyboard, so I gotta rip those off. Okay. Okay. Let's see if we can get the new keyboard in there. New keyboard. Looks like this. Can we get it in? Okay. Some of these don't want to go back in, so I think that's where I need to kind of like break more of the plastic out. Okay, I need to look at this up close. Yep, and I need to break off the excess plastics. Because if I don't break those off, there's no way I'm going to get the new one on. Okay. I know I'm doing a lot of this off camera, because I need to hold it closer to myself to see what I'm doing. Okay. Let's see, did we get all of them? Okay, I see some like kind of liquid residue in there, and that might be why those two keys stopped working to begin with. So let's see, put a little rubbing alcohol and clean it up a little. not much, but okay. Don't want any of that debris in there. Use a toothbrush and just kind of do a quick scrub. Real quick. Okay, from this side too. Okay. Those crumbs together and dust. Okay. All right, let's try this again. Keyboard on top. Okay. Feels like it's in place. Have to make sure it actually stays in place though, so we need that melted plastic thing. I'm gonna have to like hold this in certain spots, melt it into place. This keyboard, let's see, how does this go? I need to figure out how they tape this thing on. Okay. So that one, they kind of just go completely that way. I'm peeling up the old one to see how they stuck it on. I don't know if I'll be able to peel it out though. Okay. Oh, it's gonna get all torn up. Okay. Peel that out. Okay, so you can see how they like folded this thing. It's all like crinkled in there. Interesting. Alright, so we got this out, and you can see they had this going, so that goes already sideways. And then, what is that? It goes that way and then back up. Okay, so I guess nothing really special, it just goes straight back this way. And then goes like that. Okay, I was overthinking it. So we just go that way, right? That way, and then this goes out. Yep, okay, let's peel this off, and we'll stick it on this way. And then this one does some weird stuff to make it go straight this way. So that goes that. This goes just like this, and then it goes. What? It goes this way. Then it somehow turns. Oh, okay, that's it. Okay, so this one, you peel this off, and it just folds over on itself. Oh, I probably should have left this on first. Okay. Let me fold this over on itself first. It goes like that. Okay, peel this off and then fold it over permanently that way. Okay, kind of weird, but okay. That's how they had it. And then peel this one off and then fold that up. Should I do that before I put the melted plastic here? Was there a melted plastic one there? There might have been. Uh-oh. I already put it on there. Okay, well, line this all up. Okay, and if I fold this one over, okay, we can still reach, so let's peel this off. Then let's fold this over. And there we go. No going back now. Okay. We got that there. This one, we might need to melt the plastic there. Okay, I think we are good in terms of that stuff. So we'd have to hold this down, melt some plastic in place, put the metal plate back on top, put the, I guess we can put this first. Goes in at an angle. And then swings down. And, okay, wait, that, we need the metal thing. What did I do with that? Oh, here. The problem is, how do we... Okay. Like these cables, they both went through here, I think. And then goes down like that. This goes over this way. And go all the way over. Thing is, I need to do the ones that aren't going to be under this. How do I know which ones to melt first? Okay, so I guess I'll mark the ones I'm not supposed to. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll leave this one, this one, this one, this one, and then we'll leave this one, this one, this one, this one, and then this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Okay, and then got these two here. This one and this one. And then we got this guy and this guy. Then we got these three. And the one down here. And this one. I think that's it. The rest we right? Those three. I don't think it lines up right for those. And we can kind of see it from here. Okay. Sorry, my head's getting in the way a lot. Alright, let me look for the 3D printer pen and I'll be back. All the ones I marked are gonna actually go through the other metal plate. So, yeah. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, so I got the 3D printer pen. And we're gonna just load it up. Hopefully this is going to work. Because if it doesn't, I don't know. Alright, we'll see. This in there, come on. The filament's being annoying. Okay. Alright. Let's see how we're gonna do this, because I gotta do like these little corners first. Could just like melt down what's already there and it might be strong enough. It'll help to add more plastic. Okay. I end up burning myself. Alright. Let me get a paper. Okay, and let's see if we can melt this down. It's tough because the stuff like expands too fast, so uh-oh, I got it caught on the bottom. That's supposed to happen. Alright. Some of it's lucky because it's already still extended. So I can just remelt it. Get it to hold. And now it's already holding, okay? But how are we going to get, is this in all the way? Okay, I think it is. That's the problem. Some of it doesn't melt enough, and then it won't stay. stick with the existing one. And then it's going to be an issue. Okay. My head's probably getting in the way too much. A lot of these I can just melt what's already there. Makes it a lot easier. My head's in the way, I'm sorry, but it is what it is. Okay, so we've got all those. These are all kind of sticking up. Okay, let's see. Is this one sticking up? Not really. One up. There we go. All right. Let's see what's next here. Now we got to put the metal plate on. That's going to be difficult as well. Did I do it? Here we go. Okay, so we'll get these in. Let's actually flip it and look. Okay, so far looks good. Oops, I forgot. I have to get this in, and then I'm gonna have to get the trackpad. So actually, let me take the trackpad out. Okay, we'll get this in first. Slowly drop it in, make sure the charge port. Okay. Get this lined in. Let me see how I can get this done. This seems like it's going to be a pain. This one at an angle, get it under there. There we go. Okay, then we can get these cables back in. It's a very long process. So drop this. Make sure that speaker's not in the way. Okay. Some of these will actually be held in later on their own when we put like the hinges and stuff, the screen back on. Okay. Alright, let's see here. Other ones we kind of have to melt in place or it's not going to work. Okay, we'll get this back in. Let's get these screws back on. Okay. Good. Okay, actually let me make sure it's all lined up before I tighten that down. I don't know why they don't use more like screws to hold this stuff in place. Would be a lot better. Okay, we can go ahead and tighten these all down. Okay, let's take a look, and looks good. Alright, now the part where we gotta melt all this stuff in. Okay. If we're lucky, some of these might be sticking up already. Melt it and then push. Okay. Melt it. Add a ladle. And push. Okay. Melt it. Add some in there. And push. Melt it. Oops, push the wrong button. Push. Melt it. Add a little. Push. Yeah, these are going to be tough to kind of make sure they hold in place. Hopefully once I get the motherboard and everything in place, it will be okay. Because these kind of don't want to stay. Oh, that didn't want to go. Yeah. doesn't want to stay. The plastic below is not long enough. Yeah, glue would work easier but take longer. Get all the melted stringies out. They designed these not to be repaired at all. Okay. Okay, this part's easier for me to melt and combine. I apologize for this long, boring video, but you gotta see how much work goes into this kind of stuff. See if it's even worth the time and effort. I'd say most people would say no. probably going off camera. I forgot I'm even recording. So many. There, we're getting there. Getting there. Hopefully it holds up well. Oh, it's not. I wonder why it wasn't melting while I accidentally changed the temperature. think that's the last one. Okay. All right, let's take a look. All melted in there. Okay. Gonna have to make sure to get these strings out of the way though. Get these strings out. Okay, some of these strings are kind of stuck. Okay. So, we got the keyboard. Okay, looks pretty good. Alright, so, now that we're done with that, pull the excess back out. Okay. Alright. Let's go ahead and reassemble this thing now, and hopefully everything will work well. Okay. Let's see, what do we got? I got the whole keyboard, right? Okay. Alright. I don't remember the order I'm gonna have to put back things, but as long as everything ends up back in, we should be okay. So probably gonna need to do the keyboard for, or not the keyboard, sorry. This is gonna end up going like that and then like this. So I'm just gonna fold it over this piece here. And this one too. Okay. Fold it over, and then we'll figure it out when we get the motherboard on there. Okay, so let's get the screen. Right, I think the screen has to go in somewhat first. So for that to go in, we have to tilt this up, and then this kind of goes, oh, that's right, we have to bend this thing back down, and hopefully, again, I hope I didn't mess up the charge port thing. Let me see, where's the, grab the motherboard here. Motherboard, I guess we can actually put the motherboard in first, right? The charge port will go in sideways like that. Okay, so I'm gonna fold these down. Then we're gonna get the headphone jack, needs to go at an angle. Let me zoom out here. Oops. Okay, so headphone jack needs to go in at an angle. So we're gonna hold the keyboard and stuff out of the way. Go in at an angle like that. Make sure the headphone jack goes in. Alright. Headphone jack is in. There's all these cables we need to worry about. Make sure the touchpad cable is on top. Okay. Alright, so those are good. Make sure the speaker cable ends up on top. This one's going to be a little tricky. This stuff looks like it's lined up, but this does not want to go in right. So we gotta flex the middle and then drop it in. Okay. Make sure everything looks good here. Okay, get the fingerprint reader cable out. Alright, this is good. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and plug the charge port or DC jack cable back in, line it up, and pinch it. Okay, I'm gonna have to test that somehow. Alright, we'll get the speaker cable connected as well. Line that up. And pinch that in. Hopefully I'm not missing anything. Alright. Get the keyboard backlight cable in. And flip that latch down. The important one, the keyboard cable. If that doesn't work, all of this was for nothing. So get that in, and then slide your finger over to latch that down. Okay, trackpad, touchpad cable. Get that in. Okay, and latch that down. Can put this tape back on top. Fingerprint sensor cable. Get that back in. Oops. Perfect. Okay, did I mess up? Did the wireless antennas and stuff need to go underneath? Oh man, okay, I think I did. I need to take all of this back out. That's not nice. Yeah, I think I messed up. Okay, we'll take all of this back out and we'll hope nothing is messed up. Get the DC jack charge port connector out again. There we go. Okay, we gotta lift up again from the middle and the left. Okay. Then we'll remove this because wireless antennas and stuff need to go first, I think. Okay. So, I guess we get this back in first. Alright, hold these hinges in place, and while I'm pushing with my thumbs, I'm closing the thing with my fingers over here. Okay. Ouch. There we go. Right? This has to go under? Yeah, it does. Okay. So, the hinge screws, we had 4, and they are JIS1, I think. So I'll take this one and make sure we put it in the right spots. This one. And this one. Okay, then we got these two. This one. Hopefully you're able to see everything in the video, because I wasn't really paying attention to what I was doing. And this one, let's see. Okay, so is this one. Alright. That. Then we had this tape stuff, so we gotta put this down first. Okay, route the wireless antennas back in. Okay, we'll tape this thing back down here. And this one going this way. Going this way. And the last one in this. Okay, then the other antenna wire in here with the tape. And we got this cable, LCD LVDS cable in there, and like this, right? Right, I think, I hope. Okay, we had this weird thingy here that went, how did it go here? Okay, I think so. Just like that. I don't know what this is for, but okay. Seems like a thermal pad kind of thing. Alright, so now we got that. I think we can put the motherboard in. Okay, again, headphone jack in first. Make sure these cables end up on top. Okay, there's a lot of cables here. Headphone jack in first. Alright, those are all on top. Uh-oh. Important ones are not on top. Keyboard and keyboard backlight. Come on. Okay. There we go. Hold those down. Okay. There we go. Lowering. And then we're going to pull up the center so we can get this to go in. There we go. Make sure this plastic thing's out of the way. Oops, did I bend one of these? Oh no. I think one of those vent thingies got bent downwards. Okay. There we go. I don't know what this plastic vent thingy is, but it's so fragile. Okay, there we go. Okay, make sure everything else is good. Looks like it. This button, okay, clicks. Alright, now let's get the stuff back in. Charge port, DC jack, line it up, get it in. There we go. LCD LVDS cable, line it up, and click it down. There we go. Alright. This cable, I think they had it, was it black to black and white to white? Oh, okay. Line that up. And click it in. And click it in. Perfect. Alright, get the adhesive over the top. Alright, speaker cables in. Pinch into place. Perfect. Keyboard backlight cable. Get that in. Perfect. Keyboard cable. Get that in. Alright, perfect. Trackpad cable. Perfect. Fingerprint reader. Good. Okay, now we need all the screws, right? I think I got all the cables in. Okay, this one down here. Hopefully I won't miss any. Okay, we got this guy over here. Alright, this one for the fan. Good. This one for the other fan. Got this one over here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, we got all the screws. Got this one here. This one here. here. This one here. And the last one here. Alright, now for the battery. Okay, make sure these speakers are good. Alright, battery connector, line it up. Make sure it goes in straight, pinch it in. This one's a bit tough to get in actually. There we go. Alright, line up the battery. Perfect. Let's get these screws in. Perfect. Last one. Alright, we got all the screws, everything back in. Let's get the bottom cover back on. Oops, I forgot. I need to clean this a little bit more. Well, I did a little bit already and it's good. Yeah, that's actually good. But the bottom cover I need to clean, so. Alright. Dust off. Okay. Alright, bottom cover. Get this bottom stuff in first, work our way back. Alright, perfect. And now we just put back all the screws using the T5 Torx 5 screwdriver. Right, and hopefully we're good to go. So the 3 really long screws go back towards the hinges. Okay. This one. And the rest all seem to be about the same length. This one here. Alright, anyways, that's pretty much all there is to it. Hopefully this video helped you guys out. If it did, please make sure to like, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can learn how to upgrade and repair their devices as well. If it helped you save a bunch of money, please consider contributing a little to the channel. Every little bit helps and allows me to continue making these videos for a living. This was a super long repair. Technically it took over 2 hours because I kept having to pause the video and do other stuff, like do more off camera a little bit, but yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it. We're gonna power it up. You're welcome to stay. I'm gonna try typing the whole alphabet and stuff, make sure it's working okay, but other than that, that's all there is to it. Alright, last screw. I might have to plug it in. We'll see. Sometimes after disassembling it requires you to plug stuff in or plug it in before it lets you turn it back on, but let's see. Okay, that power buttons on this side. Alright, keyboard's lighting up, that's a good sign, and the screen just came on, so I think we are good to go. I'm just gonna boot it up, type the alphabet out, and I think that should be it. So the Lenovo screen's going on and off, and you can see it's on. The date and time is wrong. It's saying 12:09 Saturday, January 14th. It is 5:34 a.m. Yeah, 5:34 a.m. January 16th. So yeah, this thing, the date and time is going to need to be reset. I think the main battery acts as a CMOS BIOS battery, so that's what's going on. Anyways, where's the mouse here? What just happened? I clicked and then it disappeared. I'm confused now. Come on, trackpad, you better be working. Uh-oh. Or there's no, oh. Oh. No mouse? That's not good. Okay, I'm gonna restart one time. And we're gonna have to see. I don't know what's going on with the trackpad. Pretty sure I plugged it back in. Caps lock works. Here's restarting. Well, I'll test it all. I know at least the few keys that I did test are working, so it should be good unless something got damaged along the way. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Let's drop this. Bye.